Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we were on our way back to Ep26 City to go exploring a burnt tower. But before we get there, I wanted to show something off. Don't really feel like dealing with any random encounters right now. So, Maddie, if you don't mind. Not a problem. I don't know if you can still do this in modern games, but this is a neat ability to have. Slow going, yes, but kind of neat. Now then, here we are at Burned Tower. It was destroyed by a mysterious fire. So, what was it called before it was destroyed by a mysterious fire? Because if you were calling it Burned Tower before then, you were kind of asking for it. Please stay away, as it is unsafe. Nope, gonna go right in, and even have some Pokemon battles inside of it. That used to be a much taller tower, but it burned down in a fire. Oh, Maddie says that it used to be called a Brass Tower. Okay, I'll give you that. Oh right, you're here. Oh, it's you. You wanted to get stronger, so you came for the legendary Pokemon that's supposed to be here. That's your story, right? No. We're exploring it because the sign told us not to. Well, it's not going to happen, because I'm going to get it. I'm going to be the world's greatest trainer, so a legendary Pokemon would be perfect for me. Well, anyway, I'm getting tired of having a wimp like you always showing up. Okay, another battle with question mark. By the way, Question Mark's team has been completely randomized. We are not actually going to see his starter Pokemon throughout this adventure, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I chose not to have him keep it, unless I did. Either way, considering his stance on weak Pokemon and wanting to be strong, I figure it makes sense that he would continuously swap out his team, rather than stick with a team that keeps him losing every time. He's definitely got some interesting Pokemon at the moment, though. Cubone is definitely potentially dangerous, except not right now. Because Girafarig is a pretty decent Pokemon. By the way, I'm glad that in this generation they started giving rivals their own battle theme. Kind of gives them a little more importance. Especially this guy, considering his rude attitude. He feels like he should have his own boss music. Unlike future trainers. Although I will say your rivals in future games do have a fitting theme. Because in this game, your rival is mean and tough, hypothetically tough anyway, so he has an appropriate battle theme, whereas your friendly rivals have friendlier battle themes. No, I had to get in one less attack, didn't you? This is why I hate battling wimps. I don't think you know what wimps actually means. There's no challenge in it. Oh, no wait, never mind, you're just stupid. Ah, whatever. You would never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway. Alright, this song. This is an awesome dungeon theme. I could totally just sit here for a few minutes listening to this, but we don't really have the time. Let's go ahead and head back to the Pokemon Center real quick for an easy heal. I mean, we were right at the entrance to the dungeon, might as... Oh, I was about to say, why are you stopping? Am I about to hatch? No, it's Wade. Okay, Wade, you should have challenged us to a battle whenever we were closer to you. It's a little late now. Someday, the Pokemon games will stop placing your Pokeballs onto the machine one by one. That is so slow. Anybody who has a fast forward feature, I always see them using it whenever they heal at the Pokemon Center, just because of how slow that is. Now then, there's gonna be a whole lot of hidden items here. Let's start... Oh wait, are they all gonna be downstairs? No, one of them is in fact up here. Otherwise, there's gonna be some visible items as well. Maddie says, hey, at least it's not that bug where the nurse just keeps putting Pokeballs in. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting bug. So, there are wild Fampies here. That's kind of interesting. Even if there was Venom on my team, though, wouldn't consider it. Like I said, they are disappointingly weak. Once they evolve, though, they hit like a truck. Assuming that Fampi evolves into Donphan, that is. It's a good thing I remembered Rock Smash. In fact, knowing that there would be rocks to smash here is why I remembered Rock Smash. My soul is on fire. I'll show you how hot it burns. Alright, cool trainer, show me how hot it burns. I wonder if anybody will be a cool trainer male in this adventure. Tentacle, how about Ancient Power? Not, I was thinking that might be super effective, but it wasn't. Still, though, it was strong enough. What else you got, Cold Trainer Ned? Oddish? Yeah, Maddie's got an easy time with this. Relatively easy. Oh, surprised you didn't try using a status affliction. Maddie says it wasn't weak or strong or whichever. Maddie first off just said it wasn't. So, let me try this again. Maddie says it wasn't, but it was a good choice being physical against a tentacle. So tentacles are physically weak, huh? Never really noticed that myself. Typically because their poison typing makes them strong against certain attacks. In the past, there were these Pokemon that ran through grass at super high speed. They say that they run like the wind. If you run into one in grass, it will likely bolt. Yeah, those Pokemon. I'll bring them up whenever they're a little more relevant. Oh boy, we got wild Flaffies here. Should we be concerned about that? I definitely regret having to take a Flaffy out of my team. Would have loved to train one longer, but we had other Pokemon to get into the team. I tell you what, I kinda forced myself into a corner by being an egg alongside my parents. And I don't mean that I am literally in the corner of the window down there, surrounded by my parents. I mean, if I wasn't going to be in this adventure, this team probably would not have filled up so fast. Still though, it is totally worth being in this adventure. If I can help it, I will do that in every Pokemon playthrough. This is going to be the only one in which I'll be with my parents. From now on, I will be one of the starter Pokemon. For this randomizer, though, I really wanted the starter Pokemon to be random. And also, it was important that I was bred for reasons which shall be explained as soon as I am hatched. Well, there's plenty of Flaffies in here, I tell you that. They go down pretty easily, at least. Actually, should we switch to somebody else, I wonder? Because Maddie's started to get ahead, I just realized. So maybe instead... Well, Needle Girl won't be a good choice, no. We'll just run straight back. What have we got here? Hey, I'm training secretly here. Don't embarrass me by looking. Okay, we'll embarrass you by beating you in battle. Not even gonna comment on that name. As an aside, I feel sorry for anybody who actually has that name. That is a Misdreavus. I was not expecting a Misdreavus. That's a ghost Pokemon, right? So, Stripeback probably was not the best choice to switch to. Especially with how much Sing is failing. Also, Psywave. Psywave is awful. You saw it cause a bunch of damage and then cause almost no damage. It causes a random amount of damage. I don't like that sort of randomness. At least not whenever it could randomly cause that little damage. I am, however, a fan of Magnitude. Magnitude is a fun attack. Even when it's at its weakest, it is still causing a decent amount of damage. But Psywave, yeesh. Can you believe that in Generation 1, that was your reward for beating Sabrina? What a crappy reward. I burned down to white ashes. I was so into my training that I fell down this hole. Now that's embarrassing. Okay, we got a couple of berries on hand, right? few of them, in fact. We'll go ahead and spend a couple of these. And there's an item over there, and actually a couple of items. Because there's an invisible item and an Ultra Ball. Well, that would be pretty useful if we were catching wild Pokemon. Well, at the very least, there is going to be at least one event Pokemon to catch. And by event Pokemon, I mean like legendary Pokemon. One step away from that hole. We're actually trying to fall down that hole on purpose, by the way. There are some things down there that are pretty important. Oh, defense curl and growl? That's an annoying combo. Yup. Well, there's some damage we could have avoided. Oh well, like I said, Phanpy is pretty weak. Unfortunately. Kinda like Minccino. Minccino, whichever one of them in Generation 5. I was so looking forward to training that Pokemon because it looks so cute, and then it was weak. So disappointing. Oh, hey! Look, a legendary Pokemon. 3 of them, in fact. One of them is a Raticate. I wish I had paid attention to the sounds they were making. They were representative of the Pokemon they had been randomized to. The only one I recognized was Raticate. Well, that's certainly something. So, these Pokemon. They are the roaming Pokemon. They will randomly appear anywhere you can find grass. But they are only in one location at a time. And until we encounter one, we will have no idea what location. Basically, under normal circumstances, they are Raikou, whatever your name is pronounced, Entei, and Suicune. And randomly, you will encounter one of them on your journey. Once you do, they will appear in your Pokédex, and you can actually keep track of where they are. Which is a good thing, because they love to run from battle all the time, making them very difficult to catch. The good news is, whatever damage you cause to them, they do not recover whenever the battle ends. So over time, you will be able to weaken them enough to catch them, hopefully. Even with Ultra Balls, they are really hard to catch. The fact that they are randomized in this playthrough will kind of make them a little bit tricky to identify, by the way. Because in Gold and Silver, they do not have their own battle theme like they do starting in Pokemon Crystal. The only thing that will give away that they are one of these legendary Pokemon is that they will be at level 40. And until we encounter one for the first time, we will have no idea where any of them are. In fact, might wind up being the case that we never encounter them at all. My luck could wind up being that bad. How full is this inventory right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Gosh dang it! Xbox 360 control pad. Plan B. Sell the guard spec. Then we'll know for certain that we have enough room for another item. Getting a decent amount of cash on hand, I tell you what. Ah, and then I realized we could have totally did some time traveling. Because there's something I want to do back in Goldenrod that is only available on... it's either Sunday morning or Monday morning. I want to say Sunday morning. Oh well. Not gonna worry about it right now. Right now, we're trying to find these hidden items down here. While also gaining a few levels because levels are nice. And we definitely have a level advantage here, considering Roboboy has only been training 4 Pokemon for the past while. The experience has not been spread as thin as it could be. Oh, Lit's back! Okay, Lit, I have an important question for you. You said that you wanted to be a Charmander, right? Waiting through that string delay. Oh right, this is going to be the boulder we can't push yet. We'll have to come back for that later. Calling all Lits! Okay. Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Lit says, yeah, but that was before I learned that Charmander could evolve into anything. And that's what I was gonna ask you about, if you wanted to still be a Charmander because of that. Well, there's always a chance that we'll encounter a wild Charizard. Would you want to wait for that if that happens to be the case? Okay, let me check real quick if there's any other hidden items here. Found that one. Found that one. Found that one. Oh, there was another hidden item. That one was, not entirely aware that was there. We're gonna have to work our way back around to it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note here, by the way. Lit wants to be a Charizard. We need to make our way back to where those legendary Pokemon were sitting, because there was a hidden item there. Oh well, more experience, I guess. Helps that these guys go down in 2 hits normally, except when defense curl happens and mucks things up. Unless... okay, that was still strong enough. Oh, it was a critical hit. I'll accept that. By the way, when battles end, you can see the Super Game Boy effect in effect, by the way. Whenever the screen is fading out, you can see some of the colorization leak into the text. HP up is good to have. Lit is asking what if I hatch into a Charizard? That will not be the case. Breeding is not randomized. I am guaranteed to hatch into a Nidoran. Also, there are jump lefts here. That's kind of interesting. Also, Beer Force is also not going to hatch into a Charizard, I'm pretty sure. Because he is requiring way too many steps in order to hatch into one. Actually, that wouldn't be the case anyway. When you hatch, you evolve in, you hatch into the starter stage of an evolutionary chain. So, Charizard is not possible to hatch no matter what. I don't think. Or would it be? Maybe the Mystery Egg could hatch into one. I suppose that could be a possibility. Well, now I'm a little curious. Just now see. Let's go ahead and head into, Charizard's information. Oh, getting a phone call, huh? It can wait. So Charizard, hatching time. Oh, yeah. If Beer Force was going to hatch into a Charizard, it would have happened a long time ago. So Todd is calling, huh? What you got, Todd? Just saw some rare Donphan in Route 34. I'll call you if I see another rare Pokemon. Thanks for the info, but we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to be heading into our next episode break here. And when we come back, I think it's time for the next gym.